Welcome back for another Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 11 review. And as always, I have my co-host with me, Ray Sean, and what a chapter, man. I'm going to say pretty controversial. Some things I was okay with, some things I was really questioning, like, why? But before we start, guys, Ray Sean, can you let the viewers out there, where can they find your podcast at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms, such as Apple, Spotify, and also on Instagram at rgap2.
Before we start, what's your quick take on the chapter before we get into it?
Quick take. I think kind of what you said. It was interesting. I think it was some cool things. I think it's some things that's like, oh, okay. I can see what you wanted to do there. It just didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. But then there's some other stuff where it's like, oh, so she's exhibiting powers that it took Naruto almost a whole two series to be able to do. So that's interesting. So maybe this is what he was talking about by potential. But
yeah,
I think interesting is the right word.
And talk about Himawari. Let's get into it. Himawari breaks out of her, trap where she was trapped in the tree and just broke out of it. And he thinks she could die. Like, holy shit. I thought her leg was broken. And this part right here, when a war is happening, not I'll say it's quote unquote a war, but like, a big battle is happening. I like to see casualties or, a big damage to somebody. We can see Inoji get impaled by, one of the tree jutsus by Jura. And we're thinking either he's dead or he's going to become one of the Shinjus. Himawari just picks him up, chops him to the floor, and heals him. And I'm like, I wanted more significance from this injury from Inoji, a giant scar, something, not just completely healed. And it just showcased that she had the same power as Naruto when Might Guy opened his 8th gate, almost died, and Naruto was able to save him. So same simulators right there with Himawari. And right now she's saying that, yo, guys, you gotta go. I'm gonna fight him by myself. And everybody's questioning Himawari, like, what the hell is this? And she's like, I don't know. I'm just winking this shit right here. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I got what it takes to take him down. I need you guys to go, and I will take care of him by myself. And one thing I like, though, what Jiren said to Shikadai, he was like, a wise decision for you to leave. And I will always remember your name, and one day we'll meet again. I'm like, very interesting there. But before we get to the fight with Himawari and Jiren, what's your take on that whole interaction and, her using the Ninetails power and, telling Shikadai and the team, get out of here, I got this. Which is, very Naruto-esque right there. Like, she's showcasing her father's, DNA right there.
I thought it would be really hard if they did let what's-his-name die, Inoji, because that would have been a big one. And I don't really think, going back, I just don't remember them really killing a kid in Naruto. To me, that would have been a whole new, like, brutal type of moment right there. So I felt like they were going to have to do some type of way, because remember I said I felt like Sakura might or Ino might come into the battlefield and try to do something to heal him. So her doing that was pretty cool. I think that shows the same way Naruto was able to pit Kakashi and Might Guy inside the Ninetails chakra, and that was able to heal them. So there is presence to that. So it wasn't just like bull crap. The way that she was able to do it right then is the interesting thing. The fact that she has some this weird ability to just keep healing herself, that's something we really didn't see with Naruto. So I think that's an interesting thing that she's able to do. Shikadai taking the smart way out of this situation. I mean, he comes from the Nara clan. They always kind of figuring out the smart situations and shit. So I feel like, yeah, that was easy. He was like, oh, you gonna handle this? Go ahead. You might as well just go ahead and take it. The other girl, she taught. I do like Chozi's daughter. I can't think her name. But I do like her interactions with Himawari, because now we kind of see that her and the new teammate they're family.
Yeah.
That's a family right there type shit. So I feel like they really took her in after all this bullshit happened, because she's over here talking about like, I thought we about to go out to eat some shit like this after this. So like you definitely got to make it out of this situation. So Himawari taking it up and basically saying this kind of reminded her of her brother and her father. I thought that was an interesting quote too. So I had to bring.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this right here. Himawari's potential is endless. She just got to sharpen her skills. Unfortunately, she never got the opportunity to fight someone that caliber to able to, sharpen her skills. And mind you, this is the first time she's learned about having the Ninetails inside of her. So just mind you the potential she has if she puts the work in, just like Boruto did during the time skip.
True. And I mean, she did pull off a Biju bomb. I've been trying to figure out if I like the tail interactions with her hair. And that's been the interesting thing. Because, like with Naruto, it had to basically make the tails with the with the chakra. But now it's kind of just utilizing her hair and everything. And it's like, that's interesting. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, she got it from grandmother.
Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Yep, so then battle. Himawari versus Jiren. Mind you, this is the Gohan-esque moment when Gohan went against Raditz right here. And she's going all out, punching him, making Jiren fly back. I'm like, holy shit. Wow. Then she activates the tail bomb with her hair, like you said. And then Jiren's like, okay, say less. Shoots one out of his eye, and then we get a tail beast bomb collide, and you just see utter destruction around the surrounding. This right here is pretty cool. And then Jiren's like, you know what? That was cute. It was cool. You had your moment, but I'm gonna show you a little taste of my power. And this where is, the battle IQ takes a big difference between Himawari and Jiren, and he just starts beating the living shit out of her, and she doesn't have no chance to get him. And like I said before, he said, I'm giving you a little test, and you see him are beaten and battered. What's your thoughts on that quick little battle between them?
Well, that battle was probably the most tense battle she's probably ever had to be in. And the fact that she's basically doing that by herself with no like team, even to like help her out with just, hey, look behind you or some shit like that. So yeah, I will give it to her because this is probably the most props we got to give to a female character right now. And Boruto, if I'm thinking right, because she's like this battle, her with this transformation, she's pretty much probably the most powerful female we've seen right now. And she's showing it. I like for a little bit in the match until he showed a little bit of his real power. Then it was like, you know what I mean? Then it's like, and I kind of like how the Ninetails was like, oh shit, like I'm over here talking about potential. This motherfucker, god damn. This is one of the one things I always think is interesting in anime. It's like they always bring up this concept of being able to like sense the person's chakra or their energy level and everything, but it seemed like no one ever really can do it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the Ninetails was like, you know what, we can at least hold them off until somebody comes. Like, you know what I mean? And then he was like, I'm gonna show you just a little bit of my real power. And Ninetails like, what'd he say?
A little bit. I thought it was all of it. I thought it was all of it.
Man, I did feel bad for Himawari because she just got fucked up. I'm glad teammate was gone though, because I felt like his daughter would have had to jump into it because she was getting fucked up.
All right, now we get to the controversial part of the chapter, and I'm pretty upset by a certain somebody, Sarada Uchiha. I'm a big fan of the Uchiha. I have them tatted on me, as you can see right here. I have Sasuke and Itachi, right? Well, I was really disappointed right here. Right now, we get Hidori with his whole right arm completely gone from that Chidori Sarada hit, which was fire. She's saying that you gotta be brutally in pain right now after that Chidori hit you. Who are you? Then see Hidori go through the claw marks and just get completely healed. And you're like, holy shit. Is that the way they get healed from themselves, going through the claw marks? Which is really interesting as well, too. And then we see Konohama saying that, who are you and what is your connection to Sasuke Uchiha? And right here, did you see the Shinju's like, they have no recollection of who they were before or the power they took from them. They're like, I don't know. That's why I'm in the Hidden Leaf for. I'm trying to find out who I am. And he's like, I want to learn about the Chidori more as well, too. So basically, he's saying that he could use these moves at will and not knowing what they do, which is pretty interesting as well, too. Like, there's so many questions about these Shinjus that I want answers for, because like it's really interesting. And then Sumidi is learning that Hidori's main target is Sarada, and we got to protect her. And then, this is where I get pissed off at. Sarada has the Mangakyo Sharingan, and she did not activate it. Mind you, they knew about codes, claw marks and how they work and stuff. And you're telling me you got blindsided by Chidori by your back, and you got hit with that direct attack? I'm like, come on, Sarada. Come on, you're better than that. Like, all this training, you're telling me you couldn't activate the Mangakyo Sharingan or be aware that he's coming for you? I'm like, oh my God. That right there bothered me the most because I'm a big Uchiha fan, and see her to go down like this, and like you said before, you said Himawari was the strongest in the village. I assumed that Sarada was the strongest woman in the village. This right here is proving me wrong. It's yet to be tell. We still have more chapters to go. I want to see her, her comeback from this, but still, like, babes, activate the Meganku Sharingan. Let's see what it does, because there's no reason why you should be taking these direct hits like this. And then we see a Shinobi trying to stop Hidari, and this motherfucker just burns that guy alive. I'm like, holy shit. Then we see the man who's been taking L's in this entire series, Konohamaru, try to hit him with a Rasengan. He misses. Hidari comes with the Chidori. This move was pretty cool. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. They would see Konohamaru use wind style Raison barricade, which is pushing away the Chidori, and he gets flown back away, and he's out for the count. I'm like, Konohamaru, you're supposed to be the sensei. You're supposed to be the next Hokage up after Shikamaru. What is this? What is this? And then Hidari knocks out Sumida as well too, and he's taking everyone down. But before we get into it, the next part of the chapter, what's your take in this whole situation with Sadara, Konohamaru, and Hidari's, perspective and everything?
Well, I'm not surprised by what happened to Konohamaru. To be honest with you, I'm still a little bit surprised he ain't taking the Shikamaru out and being like, you know what, I might as well just be in here with you. Just tell motherfuckers to go left, go right, go, you know what I mean? There's no point even going out there right now because these motherfuckers is too strong. Because I think that's basically what they've been showing us, that regular ninja, whoever did the regular Naruto route, went to school and all that bullshit the regular way, it ain't working. That shit is not working no more. You're gonna need to find some new type of way to get to the next level because that shit is not happening no more. With Sadara, am I mad about how that situation went? I'm gonna give it to the fact that she was probably a little confused, hypnotized by the fact that that person looked like her dad. And maybe that was the reason why she just didn't jump right into using the Mangekyo Sharingan. But I will say it didn't give her a nice showing. You know what I mean? They could at least, if not, at least dodge this attack or do something. You know what I mean? Kind of have that situation controlled. It was kind of like she fall on the ground. He paralyzed her. It's like he was just getting too much of that situation. But if you recollect it to the same situation that's happening to Himawari, I guess they all kind of getting fucked up, but we all just kind of want to see a nice little Sadara moment right there. Maybe if her electric blade could have actually like took his shit, or her Shidori could have actually did more damage or something, because they actually thought he was dead from hers until he actually healed his shit. Then it was like, damn, yeah, you gotta keep those like, oh, we won to yourself until for sure you won. You know what I mean? Because they always gonna try to eat themselves up. But I feel like Sadara could have had a better moment right here. I wish he did. Konohamaru, I don't even know, man. I don't even know if he even shooting to be Hokage anymore. Because to be honest with you,
it was a cute moment, I guess.
It was a good dream until you see how much bullshit the motherfucker Hokage got to go through. Because to be honest with you, after seeing all the shit Naruto had to go through, I'd be like, maybe, like, if it gets sat to me, like, if I have to be the Hokage, but I'm not running for it because that job is some bull crap. Like, that's some bullshit right there. The dude that got burnt up in flames.
That's tough.
I feel bad for you, man. Because I know we had alert right now in the village, and you know how they always be like, you never know. This could be my last day. And it was his last day. Like, oh, man, I know his family like, what happened?
Who's about to go on a family vacation?
Hella smoke, man. He tried. He really tried, though. We gotta give him props for that. They give you that. He went out like a soldier. He just didn't take nobody out with him, that's the only thing, and I feel bad for him though. Yeah, and I think it was no name because I don't even think I knew his name. You know who he was?
No, it was a sacrifice for nothing because it didn't stop him at all. No sacrifice for nothing.
Yeah, he didn't even get like a second off because I think after he did that, he still was able to get Himawari. So it was like, damn, he was just there. I could pay. He was just those random dudes that died when they just pulled up and was just looking at the library. Remember? And they just killed them. Like he was one of them random people.
Yo, Rayshawn, real quick, man. Rest in peace to the no names.
R.I.P. man, I feel you.
Then we get to tail another chapter, and Jern is not just toying with Himawari, just hit her with tail beast blast and just just give her significant damage right now. And then this part was hilarious. We see the Ninetails saying that, oh shit, he's a bigger monster than I expected. Definitely not someone you could do something about that solely with high potential. I hate to say it, we are truly outmatched this combat right here. Which, like I said before, they just need more combat experience and more training. Once that happens, I feel like Himawari will be one of the most strongest people in the Hidden Leaf. Until then, we just gotta have to wait.
Yeah, imagine if she could have activated the Byakugan with that too. Because we only got to see just the Ninetails power with that. So that, and I wonder if that exchange like healing factor come for. Maybe I don't know, because I feel like they didn't really make it an emphasis with Naruto to the fact where they were like, yeah, she's looked like she's healing from everything type shit. Like, so I wonder what that is.
Naruto would heal, but not as quickly.
That could be a whole nother thing, like making Sakura whole job useless. And that's one thing I will say. I've been wondering, like, where is Sakura? What is Sakura doing? What is this? I'm gonna say right now, the only people that's probably doing anything in the Leaf right now is probably the medical unit. The hospitals. They probably the only motherfuckers doing so. She probably busy than a motherfucker. She probably don't even got time to look outside and be like, oh damn, that's my husband. Like, you know what I mean? She probably got motherfuckers like, I'm dead, my leg. Ah. So like I feel I'm gonna give her a little slack, but where you at? Where you been? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then we get to the funniest part in the whole chapter. You see Delta and Kawaki flying. And she's like, yo, Kawaki, why are you getting so mad? Calm down. And she's like, didn't this guy just beat your ass? Why are you such in a rush? I'm like, yo, come on, man. I know Kawaki treated you like shit. This is a real sensitive moment for him. He's trying to save his little sister, and you over just throw him under the bus while he got his ass whooped by Jern. That right there was so fucked up, but funny at the same time.
She was asking him a real question. I don't know what you talking about. Fucked up. That was, you was asking him a real. What is we rushing over here for? Like, are we about to just jump in here to get our ass whooped again? Because we could just stop and I can smack you up a little bit, so we don't even got to go over there because it's no point. You've shown everything you've been able to do, and it's nowhere near what we need to be able to handle this. So, but I do like the fact that he's taking over that brotherly role, and the fact that he's willing to go over there and try to go protect his sister or Himawari or whatever relations he believes to have with her. So I'm gonna give him that props. But Delta in that moment, I thought that was pretty funny. Some cool dialogue to kind of hear, but it also to me kind of gives you a good hype moment for a little bit of a Boruto, where it's kind of like Boruto is that hidden factor. Like, oh, maybe Boruto can come and do something, but we know Kawaki can't. Kawaki's been outscaled. I'm just letting y'all know he's been outscaled.
Talking about outscaling, Kawaki and Delta are flying to Jern, right? Boruto passes right by them, and Kawaki's like, what the fuck? And this panel right here looks so badass because it reminds me of Neo. Have you ever seen The Matrix when he's flying in Matrix Reloaded? That right there give me the vibes of his cloak just floated around and he's flying fast as fuck. And this part right here, which was the end of the chapter, was some fire shit. My man came, picked up his sister from the Jern, dipped out, and then we see the Toad saying that, hey, I'm in position by Sarada. The symbol is square. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then you see Hidari being, about to devour Sarada and saying that, what would happen and what would I gain if I devour you? And then he uses the flying Raijin, then cuts Hidari's hand. I'm like, holy shit, that right there was so fucking fire. Badass entrance right there. And then the chapter ends with Jiren and Hidari saying that was crafty right there. Otsutsuki, Boruto, and that's how the fucking chapter ends. That right there, that's how you end a very up and down chapter, in my opinion. And that was a great ending, in my opinion. What's your take for the last few panels I mentioned?
I'd say the flying Raijin has been the one of the best techniques to have, because it's the most useful techniques, especially being able to get out of situations like that and to be able to escape situations, and the utilization of being able to teleport people's attacks, which we haven't been able to. We haven't seen Boruto do yet, but just the way he's been applying and the situations that he have has been pretty cool. And I am giving his props because I've been wondering why other people haven't took the time to fucking learn this move. Like it's one of the best moves, especially the way he's utilizing it. The fact that he's pinning the marks on the toads, because now you got marks that can move around and get to exactly where you need them to be. Then you can just teleport like in the Sarada moment where you exactly need to be type shit. So I like that, and I like how he's utilizing it with that. So I think his training with the toads and with Koji Kenji, we got to give him props, man, because he didn't whip this little boy into shape, and he has been the only motherfucker that's looked like he can handle the threat that's going on without even utilizing his Otsutsuki form. Because most of this has been just in his base form right now, which is crazy. Like, we gotta give this man his props with that, because if this man pull up with a Sage mode too, like, ooh, it's gonna be crazy, man. Well, but it also showing you that he's utilizing everything other than that Otsutsuki power, because it's like, kind of more leaning to what his dad was basically showing, that more hard work versus basically giving that ability is better. So I just want to throw that in there. With that.
Definitely a great way to end a up and down chapter, I would say. But before we end this, Rayshawn, what would you give this rating out of a 10?
This interesting. I'll probably give this chapter a 6 to 7. I think there's some 6 moments, then I think there's some 7s. And I think the 7s are the moments where it's like, okay, this is pretty cool. I see what they're trying to do with this. And then the 6 are kind of like the slow little moments that could be better, but we haven't got there yet. I still think we're almost about to eat our cake. We just still tasting it right now. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely some great moments, and the way it ended, it was really, really good. So now, chapter 12, you gotta drop that banger now.
Good. Well, I mean, now everybody's about to be after Boruto now, so it's like, who else are you about to throw into this mix? Because I think that's somebody else is about to jump into this, because I don't think Boruto can fight all 4 of them. What is it? 3 of them that
4.
came to the village? 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3 came to the village, or that we've seen. All 4 of them might be there.
So far, just 2. Hidari.
Oh, we only seen 2.
Yeah, we didn't see Mogi or Bug.
I think Bug there. Low key, I think we just haven't seen Bug.
We got to see that moment.
I think he's there. He just haven't appeared yet, but I think he getting his moment right, and he about to strike on some people, and I think that's gonna be the next little big fight that's gonna happen in the village. And we might get to see another one of my little favorite characters from Boruto fight. I haven't seen him fight since last series, if I remember correctly.
All right, so before we end this, guys, Rayshawn, where you can tell the viewers where they can find your podcast at?
You guys can find me on all your podcasting platforms, such as Spotify, Apple. You can find me on Instagram at rgap2. You can find me on TikTok at rgap. I just recently released voice actor episode with the voice actors from Sandland. So
fire,
if you like anime,
check it out.
Check it out, man. This is Akira Toriyama's last work. So if you want to hear some other people's opinions on being in that, check me up. I'm pretty sure links will be below, so just click them, hit me up.
Yep.
And follow, please.
Hit that subscribe button. We're almost at our goal of 500. We're almost there, guys. And until then, we'll be back in a couple weeks for Boruto Chapter 12 prediction live video. If you guys want to be in it, comment below and let us know what's your prediction for Chapter 12. As always, this is Coach Universe.